A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading, which has been given to me via auto writing. And yes, it is very intensely a collective reading, and it can help a lot of people. The energy of lust is very much prominent in it. Whosoever's reading I'm doing, this person's energy has been sent to the spirit guides because they've suffered a lot, and there's a pure energy involved. Also, I would like to say to you guys that if you are doing inner work, sometimes inner work can be confusing because we have some really great authors and speakers who talk to us about detachment, who talk to us about how we should not get manipulated by people who have nothing to offer but only extract from us. But there is an energy that they use, and that is the energy of lust. If you like Stoic and Machiavelli, I think you can only gain from them. It's my personal experience. You can gain from them or benefit from them if you are a source oriented person. Because if you're fully surrendered to source, then whatever advice they'll give you will appear to be a source integrated or source oriented advice. Otherwise, it can turn into an ego thing, because they're going to tell you detach from this person, give them this energy or that energy, and you may not know how to deal with it. And then you might take help and become an egotistical person. And again, ego doesn't mean you're a bad person. Ego means attachment to the physical identity, the earthly identity. And in our work, the inner work that we do, all of us are doing this, we need to have a balance of both. We, especially people who are on the twin flame ascension journey, people who are star seeds, people who are light workers, we are here to learn both the right amount of materialism as well as the metaphysics. So Laukik Vidya, Bhautik Vidya in Hindi as we say, and also the Paravidya, which is why we are so fascinated by unconditional love. It's not a romantic thing. When people make it romantic, then it becomes boring. But you are here to learn about love in all its totality. And that's a great space to be in, to be chosen by God. And you need to know about lust as well. Otherwise, how will you understand love? So, whosoever I'm channeling, I'm doing, I've been told that you have someone in your life, okay? You're attached to someone. It most probably is a romantic connection that I'm talking about. However, as I always say, it can apply to platonic relationships as well as it can apply to work and some other situations where you feel that you're very much attached and you're not getting the right respect or the right affection that you're looking for. So I'm being told that there is someone in your life who is a person operating on lust. Okay, it could be physical lust, it could be sexual lust, it could be materialistic lust also, because lust is lust. Okay, however, this person, you're not also able to leave this person because you like this person or you love this person and you want this person to be in your life. But in all this time, all this while that you've spent with this person, you have realized that they are with you for benefits. Maybe they love you, I don't know, in some degree or capacity as per their mental level. They think that you are a person of some emotion, feelings they have, but their base energy is lust. You feel that this person is not loyal to you, and let's say you leave this person, you no longer want to get manipulated by this person. So this is what you actually want. You don't want to get manipulated by this lustful person because you feel that they use love as a bait. They've always used love as a bait to get your attention, to get your affection, but actually it is lust. And this person is really good. They are very good with whatever they do. The way they fool you, you feel they fool you or they use you, or the way they treat you. For them, they are pretty good because they're getting whatever they want from you. You're always giving it to them. But so much you have given to this person, you don't want to give this much. You feel that they need to level up, they need to be worthy of it, they need to prove themselves to you first, or whosoever you feel is important in your life. They need to prove it to you that they actually deserve it. They deserve your attention, they deserve your love, they deserve your affection. Otherwise, why should you give it to them? But at the same time, you have a fear in your mind that if I let go of this person, or let's say I no longer give them the attention they have been getting, the affection they have been getting, they'll probably look for someone else. They'll probably leave me and go away. That's how you feel. They'll leave you and go away. You also feel that this person is not fully loyal to you, and you are very much loyal and dedicated to this person, according to you. Whatever are the standards of loyalty or dedication you're fulfilling for this person, to this person. They also have some energetic attraction point that you see in them. I mean, if you are loyal, committed, transparent, you're honest, and still you have attracted a person in your life who carries a certain amount of all these degrees of lust or negative experiences, or negative, not experiences, negative energy, then there has to be something about this person that they're able to be your match, or they're able to uh, pull you in or hook you in so intensely that you're committed to this person, or you like them. So you have a fear as well that what if this person doesn't change? What if they get worse? So you want them to change, you want them to become a better person, or you want them to become loyal and loving and kind and affectionate towards you the way you are to them. And it's not like you're selfish. You have done a lot for this person. You're sort of fed up of being used. You're fed up of being drained constantly. You're fed up of the insults and disrespect that they've given to you. And yet, you're very shocked that you're not able to leave this person. And I'm telling you, it could be any reason, okay? There's no judgment on this. It could be maybe you share a family with this person now. Maybe you have a child with this person, or you've spent a lot of time with this person. You have some kind of, formed a habit around this person. Or let's say you are in a very committed relationship with this person. You have spent, invested in this person in some ways. Emotional investment is there, mental investment is there. Or as I said, that they're so good, in some cases they're so good in manipulating you that you didn't even get to know when you got so indulged or engulfed in their energy. All of that is there. So you fear that if you change, if you let this person go, or you don't give them the energy or the time or the attention, then they can replace you. The fear of replacement is also there, and you don't want to get replaced. Sometimes you also feel, why can't I be like this person? You feel, uh, why is it that this person is so selfish? You feel because they have lied to you in the past. They have maybe lied to you, hidden stuff from you which you found out, which has really hurt you, and they are able to find someone for their time pass, or whatever they like to do, time pass or enjoyment. But why can't you, despite being so nice and amazing and loving and kind, you're not blaming this person completely. You're not saying that they are completely nonsense and garbage. You do see the qualities, but these are not the qualities you can imbibe in yourself. You cannot fake a personality. You cannot lie. You cannot exaggerate things about you. You cannot fabricate things about you. And yet you are living on this person's breadcrumbs, whatever they throw at you, and you're attached. You're okay with the breadcrumbs. You're okay being the doormat. You're okay being used, because sometimes you also fear. So these are different points. Let me know what you resonate with more. Or my idea is, because it's a collective reading, then obviously it's not just for one person, there are more people. So I'm trying to include as many people and as many things that I can in this, as given to me in this reading. So you sometimes feel that it's better to keep tolerating this bad behavior, because what if they give you a bigger heartbreak or a bigger betrayal than what they've already given to you? This is a fear, okay? And fears are not real, my dear friends. But at the same time, you're very positive also, because you cannot suffer anymore. You have reached the stage where this suffering is looking nonsensical to you. It doesn't logically make sense. The good part is that you are getting to know about your wounds, you are getting to know about your patterns, you are getting to know about a lot of things about healing. So instead of making the wound fresh again and again, like there's a wound and you want to heal it, but you're scratching it, or it's itchy, so you're focusing on it way too much, so you're not allowing it to heal. But now you want it to heal, you don't want to touch it, you put the medicine on it and you let it go. You don't want to make the wound worse, and you want to think positive, and you want to allow yourself time to heal, okay? And you also want to have self-respect, you want to treat yourself with some respect. Why are you scared? Maybe you realize that you are not that surrendered. Maybe you have some fear that God is not going to protect you. Or maybe in the past it happened to you that you were trying to detach from someone, but it just ended. The whole thing ended. You know, there is some negativity in your head as well. But now, one more thing is very strongly I can see is that you don't want to change or fix anyone else. That's a good part. Because then whatever you will get, whatever fodder you will get, that is going to help you. If you try to change other people, if you try to fix other people, then the same thing you're doing, you are either getting manipulated by their energy, if not directly by that person, or you are focusing only on them and not on yourself. Okay. So the key point is, you feel you've been in love, probably you've been in love with a lustful person. Now, this is not gender specific, so it can apply to anyone. You could be a man or a woman watching this collective reading. You are probably in love with a lustful, greedy person who's also pretty smart in giving baits and offers to others. This person makes it sound like they are so good, so amazing, that they should be chosen. And they act like they are choosing others. You know, this is a quality that a lot of manipulators have. Actually, they are extracting benefits from others, especially materialistic benefits. Okay? But they always make others feel like they are the ones who are getting these benefits and offers. So they'll offer you marriage, or they'll offer you a raise in your business or job or whatever. As I said, you can use it in different areas of life, but they're going to make you believe like it is too good for you, but actually it is good for them only. So you feeling bad because you're not at the beginner's level, you feeling bad that you've been treated like a puppet, and there are some insults that you have faced by this person, and then instantly they give you fake love. Again, insult, fake love, insult. So there's this hot and cold behavior they give to you. They will treat you badly and then suddenly they'll be sweet to you. They will treat you with disrespect and suddenly they will be nice to you. They'll do something special for you. Not that big, but something that will pull you back into their energy. So you feel that they use you, you're being lied to, you've been fooled by this person, and they keep some secrets as well. Because this person is close to you, they could be keeping some digital or social media secrets, and they could be creating some kind of a narrative also that you should not be checking this out. I need my privacy. I'm also being shown a wardrobe. Like for some people, there's literally an actual wardrobe, an actual space or a room or something which they're not allowed to enter to. Imagine you're living with someone, you have nothing to hide. I mean, in your case, this person is probably only interested in your finances. How much money you have, how much you're going to spend, what's your financial status, how much you can spend on them. So they keep some secrets with you. It could be the phone that is a secret. You don't know what happens in their phone, but they know everything that happens in your phone or your room or your life, anything. Another thing is why they don't care about whatever you do is because this person is very secure and very confident. They are so confident about you that the only thing that matters to them is your finances, because they want to control your finances or they want to control you in some way. They don't need to see or they don't need to check anything because they know that you are extremely transparent and honest. They are not, because they have something else going on, and they have no possessiveness, they have no insecurities around you. You've given them that assurance, you've given them that feeling that you're always available for this person, you're always there for this person. You don't talk to anyone, you don't go anywhere, you don't call anyone, you don't message people, you're not chasing anybody else out of those intentions. So this person is very much sorted around you. Like they know that they can trust you and you will not break their trust. But that's not something that they do. They are not like you. They can break your trust. They can betray you. If they get a better opportunity, they can leave you anytime, any day. That's the energy they have. And if you can intuitively pick it up, you may not be wrong about it. But this does not mean that I will recommend you to change. Like, you don't have to force yourself to talk to other people. You don't have to force yourself to meet other people even when you don't want to. Keep options and opportunities, because so far in your life, everything has been done by God. You're a surrendered soul. You're a godly person. Whosoever came in your life was sent by God. If it didn't work out, then too. Now, one very important aspect of this collective reading is that it is not focused on separating people, especially if your commitment is already intense, because 50% work you have already done. Now, why you are going through this, I will also explain the pattern, the main pattern that has been given to me. But somewhere I feel that whosoever is going through this, doesn't matter you're a man or a woman, but you could be going through this because you have been programmed so far in your life to put efforts. A lot of efforts needs to be built in order to get a good relationship. That's how your programming is. Actually, you should be programmed in a way that your person joyfully likes to do things for you. You don't need to complain to them or nag to them or beg to them for attention. If that is happening in your life, then that's the place where you need to do inner work, because your idea of love is warped. It is 50% warped as per this collective reading. 50% you're fine. So you're going to see a divine version of your partner or the person you're dealing with, and you're also going to see at the same time a distorted version of them, and you're struggling with this. You don't want the distorted version, you only want the good version, the good part of them. But something in you makes you feel that you need to be chosen only when you chase, only when you pursue, only when you go after that person. So you feel that a part of you feels that you should be adored by your person. You should be loved by your person. They should love you unconditionally. How you love this person, they should also love you unconditionally. They should always want to show up for you, do things for you, care for you, without you asking for it, without you saying, please do this for me. The basic, simplest things, or it is something complicated, whatever it is for the world, they should be devoted to you. And you deserve someone in your life that should be devoted to you. Why not? It should be normal for you. But if it's not normal for you, then you need to do the inner work. A lot of times, people actually delay abundance or love or affection in their life because they start fixing the external problems and the external situations. And sometimes, I've also seen this, they meet someone or they are with someone, and there is a lot of there are people who are telling you that this is a villain, this is not a good character, or you also feel that this is a villain, this person is not a good person, or you're focused on a lot of things they're doing, you know. It could also happen because you need to do the inner work, you need to take charge and surrender. When God is giving you these kind of tips via this collective reading or via therapy or inner work, it means you should accept it, you should surrender to it, to this information, not have an ego about it, that I can't do this or I can do it. Because I said in the very beginning, ego is not always about being good or bad. This is the false information that people have. Ego means programming. You were programmed to perform in a certain way, behave in a certain way. You were programmed, you learnt it with repeated practice, practicing over and over again. You figured it out, or you learnt it, or you mastered this energy. You need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H to deserve whatever you feel you deserve. But you don't need to do anything. That's the point. If God is giving you something, then you don't need to do anything. But sometimes, because we are so deeply programmed and we don't know the right patterns or loops that we are stuck in, wrong patterns and loops that we are stuck in, we don't know about it, we don't know how to operate out of it. So we start creating this life around us, we start building this narrative around us, and we start attracting people who treat us really badly. Have you noticed the same person sometimes who has treated you very badly is treating someone else very nicely? Maybe one of your ex has done this to you. They were not there for you, they were not present for you, they were not doing a lot of things for you, even though you felt that you were doing so much for this person. Some relationship that didn't work out, I'm just using it as an example. But then when they found someone else, or they moved on from you, or you were also like didn't want to be with this person, you moved on, they moved on, whatever, then they attracted someone and they are doing everything for this person, all those things that they were not doing for you, like being a good provider, being a good nurturer, being patient, being understanding, or being there for this person, whatever, facing challenges with a smile, wanting to do things for this person. Why? Now, some of you can say it is destiny, which I also agree to, that you were not maybe destined to be with this person, or you were not destined to experience those things from this person. And the other person is, and your destiny is probably written with someone else, or you've already found someone else if you have. But this is just an example. So the same person is different for different people. Even this applies to for narcissistic people. You feel that this narcissistic person is treating you badly, but they could be having favorites. You may not be the favorite, their favorite, but if you look at how they treat their favorite person is very different than how they treat you. And you can also make this narcissistic person treat you in a much better way. It's very much possible. I have seen a lot of channels who are actually all about narcissistic people's bashing, or all about criticizing narcissistic people, narcissism. They're doing well. The channels are doing really well. But then that's not the correct knowledge. You can change narcissistic people, or narcissistic people also change, and they can become really nice to you. That's very much possible. But the journey is not outward, it is not external, the journey is internal. You have to do this internal journey. You have to go within and figure out what is the pattern that you need to let go of, or replace it with some other pattern. Because see, you're going to remove a program, then you need a new program. So for the old world order to go away, we need a new world order, right? So someone can treat you like you are their world, or create a world around you because they love you. So what is the auto reading telling me? That so far you've seen this version of this person who has lied to you, apologized, still continues to do some things wrong, and you feel attracted to them sexually, physically, or in some other way. Maybe you want them to show you love and affection the way you wanted, some kind of attention you need. The question is why? You are also asking this person that why? Why do I need them to act a certain way? Especially if this person is not transparent or not honest towards you, you feel that way. There is something, some energy stuck over there. Like, why do you want, you have to think, why do you want this person to be honest or transparent to you? Why do you want this person to act a certain way towards you? Why is it not natural? Why is it a want or a desire? Now, in this case, I'm also being shown that you don't want to be this person's puppet anymore. You feel if they cannot be loyal, honest, transparent 100%, then why are you so weak that you still go after this person? You please this person. There is something that you're also doing which you don't want to do anymore. You're really tired of this version of your own self. And I think if you're doing this, you're going in the right direction, because change can only happen when you feel the need to change your own self. If people feel that no, I don't need to change at all, I'm perfect the way I am, then they'll never see the change externally as well. You have to accept that if universe has given me this story, if universe has given me this challenge to work through, there must be a reason. Maybe it's a generational trauma, maybe it is a generational curse, maybe it is something that's been given to me because only I can work through it, only I can make it better. Then you can, then you will. Otherwise it's really tough, it's really not possible. Now, whatever this person is hiding from you, in their closet, in their wardrobe, in their phone, or whatever it is, things that you don't know about, there is a drama around this person. You feel that they only care about themselves and no one else. Then there's one more point that was given to me, an opposite of this, that maybe you need to focus on your intuition more. You need to be someone who really trusts divine. Like, you don't need to fix someone because you know divine will do it. You're just surrendering. And partners or people you're committed with, usually energetically people sense it. People are, it's a very good line, people are pattern recognizing and data collecting machines, actually. Most people recognize your patterns. you know uh, how do you know this? The same person, you're the same person, let's say you are also nice to some people and you're not nice to some people. You feel very comfortable talking to someone, then you don't feel comfortable talking to certain type of people. Or you're extremely giving and caring towards someone, and to somebody you don't even want to talk to them. Why? Because you have also recognized their pattern. They are the ones, we are the ones, we generate responses from other people all the time, so moving on. Yeah, this is the important point. Like, you also have to be, whenever you see their drama, their acting, their bad behavior, instead of entangling with them, arguing with them, or not being stern and firm with them, when instead of doing all of this, we tell ourselves, you know what, this is beneath me. I don't want to do this. Like, you don't even have to pass snide remarks or do the eye rolls or anything. Like, you don't have to be mean at all. It's all in the mind. The moment you see them acting out or being dramatic or something you don't like, that's it. Be silent. Silence, not just verbal silence, but also mental silence. Mentally, you have to choose your peace. Mentally, you have to be this person who's like, I will also control myself because this is my pattern to react to them. Every time they do this, I react. Every time they show me this side, I also turn around and say, what? Or question them or show interest in them. Like, what is it? No, you don't need to. Especially when you know it's going to hurt you. Especially when you know whatever they're hiding, you go and check it, you go and look for it, it's going to hurt you. Or even just being curious about whatever they don't want to share with you. That's beneath me. I don't care. Somebody doesn't want me to be a part of something, I don't care. Or somebody cannot be nice to me, or somebody has to throw tantrums at me, act in a certain way which they know that it will not be appreciated by me, it will not be something that I'm comfortable with. Why do I need to do anything that makes them feel validated in that context? Okay, so you need to show to this person, whosoever it is, that you are on a different level. You don't operate on whatever level they are trying, they want you to operate on that level, or they are operating on that level, or they're showing you that kind of level. You are not into it. You have to be a person who says, I'm not into this. And you have to do it energetically. You have to make the shift within you. Like internally, you have to be like, let me look for my headphones and I don't want to listen to their phone conversations. Or let me do my artwork, or let me do my inner work, let me meditate, let me get dressed instead of getting into whatever they're thinking about me or whatever they're planning. So this collective reading, that's why I said I'm trying to cover all the people, and I hope I'm able to. Now, how is this happening? So it seems that you have reached that stage where you feel very wrong for yourself being this way. You feel needy and petty when you are acting like this. I mean, you're questioning what is wrong with me. Why do I want this person's attention or affection or their validation or their affirmation or their acknowledgement or their apology or their presence or their hug or their kiss or their acting right for me? Why do I care? Why should I care? Especially when this whole feeling, this desire makes you feel so unworthy, small. You're going after someone who's being disrespectful, who's denying you, who is not pursuing you the right way. So why should you do this? Why should you still show the love, care, affection, the availability that yes, I'm always there for you? No matter what you do to me, no matter how you treat me, no matter what you say to me, I will always be there for you. Why? You're asking this question. And if they can replace you, if they can look for someone else to talk to, or it's okay, people can talk to others, that's not a problem. But if they're not so focused on building a world around you or with you, then why are you also looking for it coming from them? Is your question, whosoever is resonating with this. Now, as I said a while back, I spoke about the patterns. So the only thing that comes to your mind is that you were probably not given the right amount of love and affection and attention when you were growing up, and you were ignored or neglected on some levels, maybe not all levels, but some levels. Parents are not perfect people, and I think it's not so much about the parents as much as it is about our destiny. I mean, we also have karmic balance, we also have karmic contracts. So I'll come to the point later. First, let me read the feeling, the energy that was given to me. So you feel that you are not given the right nurturing or even the right materialistic things. The material things were also made scarce for you. In front of you, you had those experiences that you can't get this, you can't get that. So now if someone is wanting to give you a car or a fancy jewelry piece or something else, you probably at the level that can I even get it? Should I even get it from this person? That kind of feeling. You also feel that some of you, not all, but some of you were probably also sexually abused in your childhood. It, for some of you, very small percentage, it was kind of intense, but it was not that intense. I don't see the word RAPE happening here. But yes, there is abuse, or there is grooming, sexual abuse. Things were done to you, like maybe you were touched inappropriately, or there was a presence of a predator around you. You could recognize the predator, or they were trying to groom you for a future thing. Like they thought that if I'm going to give this kind of sexual pleasure to this kid, they'll automatically gravitate to me. But I think you were more intuitive, you were better in your intuition. uh, Even if you had something more, like the word that I avoided, still I feel that you were not physically harmed, but you were groomed for sure. And this is not for everyone, friends, it is for some people, okay? So some of you feel that because you were sexually abused, you saw certain aspects of adults that a child should not see. Or if you were not, then too, both cases, you feel that you saw psychotic sides of adults. Like maybe if they were not sexually abusive, they were very verbally abusive, or they were very dramatic. Some things they did, not just your parents, but there are other adults also. We don't just live with parents all the time. We have other adult figures also. So parents, yes, there are some things that they did. There are some things that some other adults did. So overall, the kind of adults you came across, they were not good caretakers. But at the same time, this is interesting, you also met some exceptional cases, some very loving adults who kept your faith in humanity alive. So you have seen both the angelic side of people and the psycho side of people. You've seen strong individuals, but you've seen covert narcissists. You have grown up with a mix of different types of people, but then you are also not very happy about certain things. Although I want to say that if you are the ascension person, you're a surrendered soul and you're working, you're doing inner work, then you also have seen some adults who have suffered a lot. As in, they are not good people, but they've suffered as well. So you can see that, okay, maybe they were also programmed, maybe they suffered a lot, and they don't have the right awareness. Like they are not born with the gift that you're born with. Like you have the gift of ascension and inner work. You're a twin flame or a star seed or a light worker, but they were not. They just were suffering and suffering and suffering. So they were just inflicting suffering on other people. They are so full of fears that they don't know how to respond correctly. So you've seen the victims, you've seen the predators, you've seen the fake victims, you've seen the real victims. Like you've seen a lot. So it's good. So some of your experiences with the narcissist have been pretty good. So some of them are not bad, some of them are good, some of them are bad, but you don't want to make it a blame game. You don't want to waste your time saying, oh, this person is bad and that person is bad, or my parents were bad. You don't want to hate onto anyone, because hate and fear, as I was watching a video of Neville Goddard, listening to the audio, he said this, that it is indifference that heals things or situations or people, not hatred and fear. Because when you hate, when you fear, then you involve them more intensely in your energy. But when you're indifferent to it, then you can heal. So the relationship dynamics that you're attracting in your life is because you have not yet balanced it out, you feel, but then probably you're going in the right direction. You also feel that you earlier did not understand the real meaning of love. I mean, your definition and your understanding of love is changing with time. Earlier, it was completely different. So, you are attracting all of this. You feel in some way God is educating you to understand the higher level of love, the real love, real type of love. And it seems that you had to walk through this tunnel, a phase, or sometimes you have to walk through this tunnel to understand the true light, understand source integration, understand source. So this is not entirely bad, even though you feel you're getting used by someone. Somebody is using you, but it also seems that God is using this person to help you grow and progress, to help you in your ascension. The manipulation, someone is manipulating you, but God is like, okay, you're going to manipulate my child. Let me put you some good work. So these are some good points. You feel that the other person is able to sleep really well at night. No matter what happens, they are able to sleep. But you are not. So maybe you've realized that you were more invested into this person, more emotionally invested, more financially invested, or more in other ways, much more mentally invested. So every time something wrong happens between you both, you cannot sleep the whole night, or you are sleep deprived the next day, but they are fresh and they are like, yeah, I had a good time sleeping. They are like, oh, I'm having dramatic scene or some kind of negativity, let me go to sleep, and they'll go to sleep very easily. In 10 minutes you'll see them fast asleep. So you've been wondering, how is this possible? How are they able to be so chill and calm about it while you're not? So this is also teaching you, like, this is showing you that your investment, your emotional mental investment needs to go somewhere else. If you feel God is invested in you, then what can happen? What bad can happen to you? That is the faith you need to have. You need to show this faith. And you need to keep doing your inner work, keep getting better and better and better every day. So technically speaking, it's nobody's fault here. It's not even your fault. Okay, you chose this because that's what you know. That's what you knew. You know, people were running tests and experiments on you. They're not even wearing lab coats, they're not even in the laboratory, but they're doing these things on you. You feel that, you know what, now I don't want to be tested like this. I'd rather be tested by God, but not by people. So when you make your strength, when God becomes your strength, you can do wonders, because then you're not going to rely. In fact, your language will change, your body language will change, your words will change. You will not appear uh, codependent energetically or physically as well. You know, and when our body language changes, our tone changes, a lot of things changes automatically. Other people also don't take us the way they were taking us. Like, I'll give you an example. There are two people who enter the room. One enters the room, they're not saying anything, okay? One enters the room, uh, they have a very smooth body language, they are very confident, they have not said a word, but they'll be like a gentle breeze entering, but yet commanding attention, being very solid. They'll enter, and then you have another person who is, you'll get to know if they're slouching or if they're not happy or something is up with them. You'll get to know, and you will be more interested in the person who's confident. When they speak, you will listen. When the other one speaks, who is in negative energy, low energy, not feeling that great, you'll not be so interested in that person, or you'll have some pity for that person. You'll be like, oh, whatever, you know, even if they make a good point. So a lot of everything depends on confidence, and some people are programmed in such a way that they exude, they show that confidence. And some people who are very talented, very skilled, smart, knowledgeable people, they don't have that amount of confidence. So they are not taken seriously. So anyway, this is where I'm going to close this collective reading. I hope you have gained what you are meant to gain from this. I will see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and Victory to Ram.